I'm not moving out nothing. They don't have no reason to kick me out. I didn't do nothing wrong.
So our next matter, our 130 matter, is Golden Pond Estates versus Travis Millerans and any other occupants, which include Randy Bailey. Mr. Steve Cromendike is here for the plaintiff. I had a little trouble interpreting the pleadings, but Mr. Millerans, they want you to move and terminate your tenancy. That would give you 10 days to move out, 90 days to move or sell your mobile home. They allege some violations, but I can't yet tell what they are because the pleadings weren't very clear. Mr. Cromendike, you wish to speak to that?
Yes. We're waiting on getting some police reports pursuant to a FOIA request and are still waiting on those. And we've been waiting for quite some time. So I don't have those now. It is my understanding that the police have been at the park related to Travis's behavior a number of times.
All right, buckle in because this case hits the ground running. We're stepping into a mobile home park dispute where emotions are high, tempers are short, and the accusations are stacked higher than a double-wide trailer in a Michigan winter. Today's showdown? Golden Pond Estates versus Travis Miller, a tenant who insists he's done nothing wrong despite a history the judge is already hinting at. And trust me, as this hearing unfolds, we're going to see conflicting stories. Police reports in limbo and a trailer too old to move, all wrapped into one escalating legal storm. Stay tuned, this hearing spirals fast.
Recently, in addition to that, I've got a couple of notes here, and Mr. Dave Elliott is present regarding some altercations with Travis and Dave, who was doing some maintenance at the park, threatening. Travis was threatening Dave. I've also got a couple of voicemails to another park manager that were fairly threatening, and some complaints from neighbors as well.
Well, Mr. Millerans, that doesn't sound very good. What's your response?
Threatening me, you mean?
Are you Travis Millerans?
Yeah. Yes, sir, I am.
All right. Well, they want you to move out. What do you think of that?
I'm not moving out nothing. They don't have no reason to kick me out. I didn't do nothing wrong.
But I can't wash it full now. Yes.
Dave is the problem. You are, bud.
I have been in contact with Meg as well. She just isn't present today.
We have an attorney.
He is on a bench trial right now, so she's not present today.
I spoke to Meg last
All right.
week.
Well, here's what I can tell you from my files, Mr. Cromendike. Mr. Millerans was charged with domestic violence second offense in 2 file 911 SM, pled to disturbing the peace in front of Judge Patterson. Excuse me. Then in the most recent case, 251627, charged with resisting and obstructing a police officer and domestic violence from August of 25. He's on probation from Judge Patterson here at the court. That is file 251627. He isn't making his payments in that either.
His probation officer told him to pay for his anger management class and everything before he started his paying on his fines.
All right, that probably makes sense. Let me get those numbers again. 251627FY. And these are just the ones from 25. 25911SM.
What was that second one? 25911.
SM. That was the disturbing the peace. I believe that was at the park.
Okay.
It was between me and Travis.
Yes. And I believe the other one was also at the park.
Okay, audience, this is our first big shift. The park's attorney is hinting at repeated police involvement, alleged threats, and neighbor complaints. Now, even if police reports aren't yet in hand, the mere mention of them is enough to make a judge pause. Remember, landlords seeking eviction must prove violations of park rules or threats to safety, and even unclear pleadings can become serious if supported by testimony. But watch Travis's reaction. He immediately denies everything and points fingers elsewhere. The tension spikes here because both sides have completely different narratives, and the judge is trying to figure out who's telling the truth.
Yes, between me and Travis,
All right.
because my nosy neighbor.
Well, apparently they don't want you to be there anymore. They'd like you to move your trailer and go away. The law says you're entitled to have a second hearing in this matter. And you allege that you've contacted Megan Bauer, which means we're probably going to have a hearing, but let's pick a date, Mr. Kromendijk. Next Monday seems to be good. We're through the Thanksgiving holiday.
Well, that's gone.
Next
So
Monday,
that
the
would
8th,
be- Yes,
it would need to be
at
in the afternoon for me.
2:00. Does that work for you?
That will work.
Continue to December 8th, 2025 at 1:00, at 2:00. May
And I will-
ultimately get a hearing.
In between now and then, I will send in
Ever stop thinking about it?
some of the voicemails I have and other documentation.
All right. All right, Mr. Millerans and Miss Bailey, let me
Yeah.
repeat. They want you to move. They want you to take
Right.
your trailer out of their park and leave. And if they got what they asked for, next week, I would give you 10 days from December 11th to move the trailer and 90 days, or 10 days to get out, 90 days to move or sell the mobile home. We may need to actually have a hearing on this before we get to that point.
Yeah, me and
I'll
Meg
pull the
been
police
speaking of
reports
that.
from those other two cases that I quoted and see if they happened at the park. At any rate, you stay in contact with legal aid. If they are going to represent you, they'll file an appearance. But we will be back here next Monday by Zoom at 2:00.
Your Honor.
I
Yes.
think Meg said she'll be gone on the 8th.
Well,
And
if she's
she's,
gonna file an appearance, she knows what she needs to do.
Oh, okay.
If you are
I'm
able
not
to,
Go ahead.
if you're able to get copies of those police reports, is there any way that I could get a copy of them as well?
Yes, if they did happen at the park, I will email them to you.
Okay.
Well,
All right, thank you.
what are these?
I'll
What
see
are these
you,
police
both
reports
next week.
about?
What?
What are these police reports about?
I don't know yet. One was the DV between you and Randy at the park.
That has
Back in
nothing to
August.
do with nothing.
Yeah, the allegations on that paper
That was
involve
against
him
Dave.
and Dave.
But Dave don't like me. That's the only reason why they're trying to get me out of here.
Well, all right, that's one reason, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Um,
they're gonna have fun, because I ain't going nowhere.
Okay, well,
My trailer's too old to be moved. No trailer out
yes,
here
they
can be
generally
moved.
are. You'd have 10 days to move it
I've
or so.
Been here for
90
11
days.
years.
All right, well.
And I
that's
also
good
paid
fun.
my rent today.
Say that again?
They're
I-
taking my rent money?
I paid my rent today.
Well, they're not supposed to take your rent once they file a motion to terminate
Well,
your
I've been
tenancy.
paying my rent every month faithfully. I
That
paid
could be an issue, Mr.
$474 last night.
All right, we'll address that.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at the ledger. It's an online payment system, Your Honor, so I'll have
Yes.
to see.
And if I'm getting evicted, I want my money back.
Why? You're still there. You're paying for rent for time that you're actually there, not future rent. Anyway, we'll address this further
Okay.
next month.
What do you mean why? Because if I have to move, where I need that money. That's why.
Yes. Okay.
Like,
But you're
I'm not
living
trying to
there.
be.
You've just paid December's rent. Well, we'll address it next week. It'll give me
Okay.
something to look forward to. Thank you.
It's almost $800.
Thank you.
I need that.
Okay. I believe you. Now we got a bunch of people in the waiting room. Dawn McDaniel versus Ashley Suter. This is a termination of tenancy case. Ms. McDaniel wants Ms. Suter to move. Ms. Suter, what's your position?
Okay, so Dawn has issues with me as of August because Ryan McDaniel is the landlord of the house and owns the home. I went in and I spoke to him on the last payment I was able to give him, and I talked to him about paying the $200 a week, so $800 a month, because the house needed work. We agreed on it. Dawn was nowhere around. Well, Dawn got a whiff of it, and Dawn started to harass me. I got like different evictions that she had Daniel Carter bring to me at one point. Then she brought me one back in August. Saying I owe $21.50. I don't owe any rent. And then I noticed on the new eviction, she says I owe $78.50. And I'm like, how do you go from $78.50 from August to the time you filed? This has nothing to do with Dawn at all. This wasn't.
Well, at this point, she's not asking you to pay rent. She's asking you to move. So, Miss McDaniel, do you own this house?
And I have the proof too. And I've even dropped off money orders to her mailbox. And she had told people she's okay.
Miss Suter, you stop. Miss McDaniel, will you unmute your microphone and join us here?
Judge Middleton?
Yes. She claims that you don't even own the house. What's your response to that?
Can you hear me?
Moving to evict.
Okay.
Ms. Suter, there's no lease.
My response
She says you don't own the house. Who owns the house?
I'm the manager for the house because my son owns the house. It's a property that I used to own that I gave my grandma for $1 next door to my house.
All right, so your
my old
son
house.
owns the house?
Yeah, he got it for an inheritance. And I'm
Say that
managing
again?
it. He got an inheritance after grandma died.
Okay.
So I'm managing it for her. I actually moved Ashley for 3 days to help her move from her abusive husband, who now lives with her. That was what I was told. And
All right, well, you can't bring this case. You don't own the house. You're not, if you're managing, unquote, managing it, you're acting as a lawyer for somebody else.
Well,
you don't
we
own
tried
the
to get
house. You don't have the authority to evict her. So if somebody else wants to evict her, whoever owns the house, they can pursue it.
And can I
But
say
this-
something?
No, I don't need to hear any more. Case is dismissed. Plaintiff
Thank
does
you.
not own the house.
Your Honor, she hasn't paid rent since
No,
June.
I have done, and I turned in money orders, and you denied Ryan to cash them. And I
Asked them to
Once you
move.
file a termination of tenancy action, you can't accept rent. But you didn't do this right. If he wants to evict her, he can. You don't have standing to do anything.
Okay.
I don't know if she's paid rent or not, but you don't have the authority to kick her out. So the case is dismissed. If he wants to file an eviction, he can. All right, you're both free to go. And Ms. Suter, once they file a motion to terminate tenancy, they can't accept your rent. So this case is dismissed.
right.
This is the moment everything tilts. The judge starts listing Travis's past cases: disturbing the peace, resisting and obstructing a police officer, domestic violence, and active probation with missed payments. This doesn't automatically prove he violated park rules, but it absolutely affects credibility. When a tenant already has a volatile history connected to the same location, any new complaints hit harder. And notice Randy confirms that at least some incidents happened at the park itself. Here's a question for you. If you were the landlord and you heard repeated reports of conflict, threats, and prior domestic incidents on your property, would you want this tenant to stay?
All right, Ms. McDaniel, maybe you can start over again, but this isn't going to get it.